Now, then the question becomes is which one is easier to do, an expositional sermon or a topical sermon? And this is where some people have an erroneous view of expositional sermons and topical sermons. They think a topical sermon is easier because they already have a topic in their mind. They already know how the sermon is supposed to flow, and so they end up spending less time on preparing a topical sermon because they kind of already know they want to talk about even good topics like how in our brokenness and in our struggle with anxiety, we need peace from God. They might take, be still and know that I am God passage, Psalm 46. They might take Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 to 8. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. So they'll take passages and they'll kind of collate them, and they think, done. A few hours later, I've done my topical sermon. What they don't realize is a topical sermon rightly done is actually way, way harder to do than an expositional sermon, because if you have followed my logic of what a topical sermon rightly done actually is, you need to study many more verses within their context. And you have to have the biblical discernment and wisdom to know how to relate those ideas together. That's way harder, takes way more time and way more experience to do it properly, rather than to take verses out of context.